Hey guys, and welcome back to another live stream on over here on Upper Mississippi River Valley. We've done a little bit of plowing off-camera work, and you may notice that we've got a little bit of an injection in cash, and that is because we have finished our single-player challenge over at Old Guy Farms, and the winning, or not the winning, but our final tally was 7,490,000, I think. So we went ahead and transferred all of those, all of that money over to our Iowa bank, and we have now got those funds available to us over here on Upper Mississippi River Valley. So that will really help us out when it comes to our needing to buy equipment here. Hey Grand Thumb, how are you doing? And I am joined today with a good online buddy of mine who I first met a long time ago, well, at least seems like a long time ago, when I did a map review or a map video of his map Serenity Valley. I was looking back the other day, and it looks like I did a video of Serenity Valley version 2. And to think about how long ago that was and how many versions it's been since. So I'd like to welcome my good buddy Rockhound in.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Hello, Farmer Klein. Good to be back.
It's good to have you back. So as I alluded to in some past streams, there'll be times that Rockhound will join us on these streams to help out. We did a little bit of this multiplayer stuff over on Serenity Valley with him, and it was fun, and we both enjoyed it. So he kind of said, anytime you need a little bit of help online doing some farming, just give me a ring. So I rang him up the other day. I said, you know what?
I'm glad you did.
I said, you know what? I started this completely stupid project. I don't know what I was thinking in my head, but I started this project where I'm going to farm a 4X map by myself and see how much of this map I can actually farm. And I said, you know what? It might be fun to bring you in. So
well, I appreciate it. So glad to be here.
He's driving up from his house here, and he'll be with us shortly. He might actually be up there now. I've moved down here.
Yeah, I'm coming into the field where you're at.
All right.
You must be around the bend down there.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of the farm here.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and I guess I'll jump into one of these tractors you got sitting up here and get to helping you.
That's fine. Come on down. So the plan today is to try to basically plow the rest of this top part of this map, and that will basically give us 19 fields plowed out of 54. And depending on
a lot of work ahead of us.
Oh, we do. Well, we're only in day 5. We've got 19 more days of spring left to finish whatever plowing we're going to be able to accomplish, to put whatever seed we're going to be able to put down in the ground. And get it all fertilized up. But once we get these first 19 fields plowed, we're going to go and make up some liquid fertilizer and get that applied. And then we might whip out the. I've got some pretty big seeders that I'm going to use here. They're not the big bud seeders, but they're just almost as big. But the added benefit is they don't take near the horsepower that the big bud stuff does. So we're going to play with some big old John Deere seeders, actually.
Cool.
Hey Eli, how are you doing?
Hey, hello.
Well, we got Darren Castle in the house.
Cool.
Darren and you.
How's everybody doing?
Darren and you could talk shop. He's a fellow map modder.
Nice.
So I was noticing the DR mod map guys. They've got their own YouTube channel and they're doing their own, obviously, gameplay on their map. And I noticed that when they show off their map, all these trees are completely bare.
Really?
And they're in spring. And I was like, why is it that your trees are completely barren in spring, and my trees are basically leafed out and are green in spring, and we're both using seasons.
Right.
Well, it turns out that it's because I've got the Midwest Geo installed.
Yeah.
And they're just using plain Jane.
The basic, the standard one.
Yeah, plain Jane seasons. And
gotcha.
It seems that the Midwest Geo seems to maybe advance things a stage, because this is the kind of coloration on the trees you would see typically with I think mid-spring. But we're here in early spring and we see it.
Gotcha.
So I think we're gonna be barren only during the 24 days of winter.
Right.
Whereas the default seasons would have you barren all of winter and the first 8 days of spring.
Oh, gotcha.
Where are you at?
I'm plowing this field like you asked me to do.
Okay.
Come over here and go to work.
Okay, you're over in that field. Alright, I thought you were coming back here to this one.
I'm working on this bigger field over here. Looks like number 2.
Oh, well, then I'll pick up plow and come join you.
Alright. Did you get that one finished up?
Oh, no. I got this bottom section in field 1 yet to do. I see Eli's in football. What position do you play, Eli?
I don't have YouTube up, so I can't see what anybody's saying, y'all.
That's okay. Nobody's saying much right now. We got 7 watching. Let's see. I'm gonna plow this little section here.
Okay. I gotta turn around. I'm back here in this gully over here.
Yeah. So I don't think Rockhound would mind if I mentioned that he actually lives in the southern Mississippi area, and I'm interested to know how the northern Mississippi River Valley, meaning this map, compares to how it looks in your neck of the woods.
Well, where I'm at, I'm really close to a delta. Okay, and it's a lot of flat land. We got the levee, like the bluff, what they call it, where all the hills and stuff are, and then it drops off into the delta, and it's just nothing but farmland. Lots and lots of trees, lots of wooded areas, lots of places to go hunting, and there's a lot of deer down here. But this, I looked at this up on Google Maps or Google Earth. I looked at it, and this is pretty much the Iowa area, isn't it?
Yeah, the big section of the map is Iowa. The little sliver is, I always get it wrong, it's Wisconsin, maybe? But technically it's backwards.
Right.
Technically, I think Wisconsin's supposed to be on the east, and Iowa's supposed to be on the west.
Yeah.
But on this map, it's backwards. And they had mentioned.
Yeah, they got to turn around, but I don't know. They might have just done that for, you know, just to throw a wrench in everything. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or they might fix it in version 3 if they're coming out with some fixes. I don't know.
I think they had mentioned that they kind of did it by accident.
But it's good. It's a great map.
And
I love the map.
They talked about flipping it, but then they said, well, a bunch of people have been playing it now, and if they flip it and then release version 3, people will probably be upset with them because now all of a sudden everything's backwards.
Yeah, that's possible. But yeah, the terrain is A lot, pretty much the same. There's, you know, ditches are everywhere. There's ditches along almost every road down here in the Delta. But there's gradual, not such intense hillside. You know what I'm saying? It's more, you know, gradual. Hey, there you are. What's up, old friend?
Oh, not much. I've got a hired helper following me. Let's see how good he does. Earlier, I'll tell everybody, I was plowing field, well, I was plowing there, that section there behind us, and, well, for some reason my hired hand decided to just keep on going and not turn, and he went across the road and was plowing straight into that tree line. So, hopefully he'll do a little better job here with us.
You might want to raise, boss, you know. You paying him right, ain't you?
Oh, I'm paying him, that's for darn sure. Farm sim rages on this game are outrageous.
Oh, I know it.
And then they drive right into your plow. And
yeah, they kind of want to push you out of the way. You got them pretty much riding on your backside there, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, I was driving around this map early before we started this up tonight, and just checking it out, looking at the scenery and whatnot, and it's a great map, put together real well. A few minor issues, but
we're doing,
you know,
we're doing the do-si-do back here.
Are you?
I don't know who's following who at the moment. All right, I think we got to straighten out. Now, have you? Yeah, we saw. We were in here last night, just messing around, making sure you could get in. You saw the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
cool.
That is pretty cool.
Brings more realistic to the game for sure.
Alright, so we're behind you. We got two plow rows behind you.
I was gonna say that fork goes straight to the left at that fork in the trees there.
I see that.
All this back here is done.
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about. That the map curtain there is flickering like crazy.
Yeah, the collision, the map wall.
Yeah, I'm trying to angle the camera so it's not
yeah, it's kind of
on camera at the moment.
Right.
Eli says the moon was red by him last night. That means
wow.
What does that mean? It's going to storm? Is that what red means?
No, it usually means the sun's going down on the other side and you're getting oh, come on.
Oh, I'm just waiting for you to go ahead.
Well, no, I'm trying to get my plow to go down.
Oh, okay. It has a little delay.
There it goes. Yeah. There it goes.
Okay. I'm gonna turn here and go on the outside, and I'll let you take care of that little inlet.
Yeah, I'll get the little. Yep, I'll get that down here. Oh, wait a minute. That's pretty big. I got it.
You got a 15-meter plow. You can make quick work of most things.
Yeah, I can make quick work of this.
So were you I guess did you look at the eclipse the other week? How much?
Oh yeah, I got it.
How much was it for you all?
We got a full, pretty much full eclipse. Sorry, just the little bottom of the corner. I got a really good picture of it.
Oh, okay.
I actually got it set up on my desktop on my my wallpaper.
So Eli says that his teacher told him that it was a result of the wildfires out west.
Yeah, it very well could be. Sometimes, you know, if the sun's going down, as the moon's coming up, you'll get that orange, reddish moon tint to the moon as well. But if you're close enough to the wildfires that are going on in the west, then I'm sure you'd be able to get that reflection. It's very possible.
So I have to say, these are some wild fields.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
I bet getting them laid out correctly.
oh, I don't think he's going.
And
I don't think he's going to be able to do some of these up here to really define them.
Yeah, being able to really define the fields is going to be, whew. I bet that's challenging.
From what I understand, you have to define them with a square tool, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's all you got to work with is something.
Well, you actually need a minimum of 3 points to make a square field. But if you go into curvy fields and whatnot, you got to add more 3-point sections. You know what I'm saying, and group them all together. It's very tedious work.
That's what I hear. I hear adding traffic splines is also.
I've got that one pretty much figured out.
Pretty tough.
It was tough at first, but once I read the shortcuts and figured out the shortcuts for the quick keys and stuff, it's pretty quick. Because I was having an issue that kept wanting to stay, I couldn't get it right on the ground properly. I figured out how to do that correctly. So
okay.
If it goes through the ground, then your traffic's going to go through the ground and whatnot. If it's above the ground, then it's going to be, they'll be floating. So it's kind of tricky.
Right. Because I thought for this map it would be cool if because obviously there's a combination of paved roads and of gravel roads.
Right.
And I thought it'd be cool if there was traffic on the paved roads.
Right.
And there wasn't any traffic on the
gravel roads.
On the gravel roads. And they did a live stream, kind of as a launch party for the map, and they had asked people watching, would you like to see traffic added? And the vast majority of folks were like, oh no, we don't want traffic. and I was like, well, you can always turn traffic off, but those that want traffic can't just turn it back, can't just turn it on.
I'll tell you what's really hard is train splines. Getting that to line up with your track once you have your track laid down. Now that's the one that, on Serenity Valley, it took me forever to do those two trains.
Oh, okay. Let's see if this guy's completely lost at this point, because he's coming around. One follow me person works pretty good. 2 follow me people, the third guy always seems to get lost. Everybody in chat tells me he's drinking. He's drinking on the job and he's just drunk and he's just going off.
He's back there in the back.
Darren agrees.
Found him a tree to sit under and pop the top.
Darren agrees that trains are the worst.
Yeah, trains are the worst.
Now this map has some trains that run along the river, or some train tracks.
I haven't seen them. No, yeah, I've seen the tracks.
Yeah, they're tracks. I misspoke on that. I thought it'd be cool if they were just an animated train, a non-drivable train.
Right.
That kind of had a big old line of grain cars.
Yeah, added some life to the map.
That just ran up and down the. Ran up and down that area. All right, we're going to jump in here. There's an inlet back here. I don't know what you call this.
Did I miss something back there?
There's a big whole section back here.
And I missed it.
Between these trees. That's all right. You can finish that off.
Wow.
There's a big old section back here.
That's what happens when you talk and try and drive a tractor at the same time.
I think my guy's lost. He's coming back. He's gonna get too far away from me by his own driving.
Yeah.
You know how follow me drivers, if they get too far away, they just quit?
Yep.
Well, he's making this big whole loop to get back to me.
Oh my God. Yep.
I must have my headlights on. Yeah.
He's coming down there to you?
Yeah, he's making his way now. There's your truck. It does look good in black.
Yeah, don't hit my truck now.
Oh no, we're not close to your truck.
Oh, okay.
I like the flag with the blue line. That's,
flag with the blue line.
Yeah, on the toolbox.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's for police, isn't it?
Yep.
Right into a tree.
And you were talking good about him. See?
He was doing so good.
Yeah, I got turned around. I'm not even sure where I'm at right now. Oh, there's the blinking wall. Okay. You got a rough idea where I'm at?
You see where we are down here?
Yeah. I sure miss that area for sure.
Northern Mississippi River area.
Yeah.
Grant Thumb says he admires my commitment to the follow me plowing. Makes him giggle. Well, I'm glad that my struggles are your entertainment. Let's just say that. Now last night I was telling Rockhound before we came on that last night I was in a multiplayer game with Delta Bravo and his gang, and we were doing a 6-man plowing operation on some fields, and it was quite a sight. We had 6 guys all plowing all in a row, you know, all following each other, staggered off, and I think we hammered out like 10 fields in like an hour and a half.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it was, it's on a Law Folds edit. And you know how some of those fields are pretty big.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, we were just, you know, we'd make about 4 passes. Okay, what field's next? Because each of these is 15 meters.
Right.
So 30 or 6 plows was like what, a 70-meter work width.
Yep. Yeah, you can knock the field out pretty quick, and we got 3 of them going right here.
That's 45 meters.
Yep.
Yep. You get to follow the drunk guy.
Yeah, he's not holding too true to his lines, that's for sure.
Pretty erratic, eh? Let's do a little in-cab plowing, maybe.
I'll let him get a little bit ahead of me so I know which path to take here.
Let's not do a little in-cab plowing. I can't tell where the outer edge of the plow is.
Exactly. I like the in-cab point of view, but I like to see what I'm doing on the field too, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, in-cab's great. In-cab's great when you can GPS lock it in and.
Right. But it's kind of like you need a monitor to your left and to your right so you can see the outer edge of the plow from inside the cab.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna make pretty quick work of this area.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you one thing for sure, there are a lot of trees on this map. A lot of trees.
Alright. I'm going to leave you to get that little section, because if I try to make a turn with him, he's going to just go crazy.
Alright, I'll knock it out. Yeah, he'll probably wind up in a ditch.
Yeah, he would. He'd be over in them trees again. So yeah, it was back to the Midwest geo. It was interesting that that with Midwest activated, we have trees in full leaf in early spring, but with standard, which is of course based on I think southeast England or something. You don't get leaf growth until mid-spring.
Oh heck!
And your temperatures advance a lot quicker too, because right now we're at 43-degree ground temp in early spring.
Right.
And you know, we got temperatures in the 40s and 50s. We'll be close to 70 degrees by day 12, halfway through spring. And on my other, he's gonna get you.
I got in his way. I stopped and
he's union.
He didn't.
He's union.
Yeah.
You gotta get out of his way.
That's right.
You just need to praise him for actually coming to work.
Exactly.
We know you have things you'd rather be doing than working, so we're just happy that you chose to come to work today. Alright. We're going to get the offset off.
Yeah, it's been a while since I actually played. I've been working on my map myself. Been doing some modeling lately. That takes a lot of time.
So you model with Blender or what?
Maya.
Oh, okay.
Maya and Photoshop. I'm working on some roads right now, and I didn't think roads would be that difficult.
Anybody that can figure out how to use Photoshop is a hero in my book.
It took me longer to figure out how to work Maya than it did Photoshop. And Blender, I got Blender, but actually it's more complicated than Maya is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, in my opinion. And I've gotten pretty good with Maya, so I'm sticking with that.
All right, I'm gonna make my way back around here to the field I was in earlier.
I'm coming up behind you. I'm trying to figure out how to get there to you, though. Oh, I see where you're at.
Yeah. I'm just looping around this farm. So
yeah,
this map,
there's my truck.
This map has 7 farms on it.
Right.
All usable.
Cool.
And there's only one farm silo on the map that's an actual silo.
Right.
The rest of the farm have grain bins, actual grain bins in them that you have to use augers to fill.
Oh heck, yeah! I remember I saw that on your Let's Play or your map review.
We don't want to offset to the left. We want to offset to the right, which will put him to my left. Follow me, in my opinion, is backwards, but I'm sure it's just my way of thinking. Because if I do an offset to the left, then I would be thinking that the guy that's following would be to the left, but no. That means the guy that's following is to the right. He's offset to me 15 meters to the left.
Right.
But of course you're in the guy that's going to be offset. So for me it would be, well, he's to the leader to the left, so he should be offset to the left, but it's how I am to respect to him, which means I'm offset to the right.
Right.
Completely confused.
Well, I got my tractor following me in my truck, and he's offset, and I didn't turn my offset on. Is it running off of your offset?
No, I had him offset last time he had followed me on.
Oh.
Because the last time I streamed, I had pretty good success setting one guy to the left, following me as a driver, and then setting the next guy to the right, following the guy that was to the left.
Right.
So I basically had a 15 meter to the right for the guy who was to my left, and then I had a 30 meter to the left to the guy that was following the other follow me driver. And it basically put me in the middle and two tractors on follow me on either side.
Right.
And that worked pretty good. The third guy didn't get lost as much.
Gotcha.
Because the third guy would get lost usually on the turns. I'm going to hammer out this section, but there's a big old section down there.
I see it. Yeah, he's pushing me. Let's see if I can get him out of the way. Oh, man, that was close. You talking about down here to my left, right?
Yeah. Keith Cat says you lost me. That's a lot of left. It is a lot of left and rights. Mac Daddy Pally says he never understood follow me and how it was supposed to function.
What is this here? Is this field 7 you want me at down here?
That's field 1.
Is that where you want me?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
So this is my explanation of follow me. Basically, it allows you, the player, to hire an AI driver to, quote, follow you around. You drive the lead, and they drive a trailing vehicle. You can either use zero offset, which means they'd follow directly behind you. That's very useful if you're, say, mowing and you want someone to follow me behind you with a rake to windrow, and then you can have a guy following him with a tedder or a baler,
right.
And then you could have a guy following him with a wrapper.
Right.
So you could have 4 implements all work in the same field.
And all you have to do is drive one machine.
Right, all following each other, and you're basically driving the lead, and everyone's basically following you directly behind you, except for the wrapper. You'd have to set him like 2.5 meters off to the side to do that. Here I've got a guy doing follow me, and he's set to be about 20 meters behind, and he's set to be 15 meters to the side of me, which is a full plow width. So it's the equivalent of having a second guy basically plowing right beside me. Now the only thing you got to remember is that you kind of got to make your turns pretty wide, because you've got a guy behind you that's going to be on your inside or outside.
Right.
Basically doing exactly what you do, only behind you. Right, zero offset would mean directly behind you and like 15 meters behind or 20 meters behind. And you can only have one guy follow you. So like the other day when I had them split and I was in the middle,
right,
I couldn't have a guy 15 meters to the left and 15 meters to my right following me. I had to have one guy to the left follow me, then I had to have the other guy to the right follow the guy that was to my left.
Wow.
And that's why I had to do a double offset.
Right. That can be tricky.
You gotta think about it for a little bit.
Yeah, you do. Exactly.
So that's basically the plowed field.
This is a pretty large field here.
It is. We're going down to help you.
How many hectares on this one, do you know?
Oh, you know, I can't pull it up because Courseplay is not multiplayer.
That's right. Yep.
Let's see here. Emil. I'm just gonna call you Tier because I can't pronounce any of those names. He says he wants to play this map too. You can find a link to the map in the description. It's on DR Modding's Facebook page. If you're talking about wanting to play with us, sadly, this isn't on a server. I'm just hosting this locally, and I can't support more than basically one other player, because I'm hosting this on my own PC. But you can definitely play the map, and he's going to be plowing the grass there. But you can definitely play the map. You'll just have to download it from the DR Modding Facebook site. On that site, it's a pinned message, and in the pinned message there are 3 or 4, I think 3 download links for zip files. You have the map itself, which is like unzipme.zip or something. Then you have a mod pack, which includes several tractors, some trucks that are kind of branded to the map, and oh, that's hilarious. The guy's plowing on the side of a grass ledge.
I think I see him over there.
But since it's the beastly cloth, it just pulls through.
Yep.
If it was any other tractor, you'd just get hung up there.
Yep.
And then there's a Batco auger zip file, and there should also be a grain bins file for grain storage. So there's several files that you need, but they're all on that Facebook site. We've got I am Dingbat. He says, "How are you doing?" I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, Dingbat?
Hello. Plowing away here.
I'm waiting for my plow to catch up. My plow buddy.
You're a union worker.
Yeah, he's taking a long way around.
Of course. You're union.
He had no problem plowing the grass up, but he's just taking a long way around. Yeah, Eli says, or Emil says that he should watch Facebook for updates on the map. Indeed, they will be putting out updates. They also have a YouTube channel. I think it's the same DR Mod map is their YouTube channel. I would suggest subscribing to their YouTube channel because they'll put out videos of updates and everything to stay current on the development of the map. So I'm going to do a round with this guy, which will give us a nice big headland to work with.
Okay.
And then we can start making up and down passes to chunk this out, as opposed to endlessly driving in circles.
Yes. Now, normally on square fields I'll just go back and forth, but on these round ones I like to do headlands.
Yeah.
Well, not round, but you know, curved, oblong,
realistically shaped.
Yeah.
I like how the fields down by the river are fairly rectangular.
Yeah.
You know, because it would be flat down there.
Right.
And it would be really cool, and you would probably have a much better idea if this is even possible. It'd be really cool if the modder could define yield rates for a field and make the fields down by the river yield higher, because in theory the ground down there would be richer with nutrients from the river.
Right. I heard you talking about that on your review.
And and like river floods, you know, if that area floods a little bit or something, it would deposit.
I'll have to look into that. It might be possible with the user attributes. It might be possible.
But I think that would be that'd pretty wicked that you could. Well,
yeah.
if you plant soybeans down on there, you get double the yield. Then up, you know, up top.
Right. I have to look into that.
Dingbat says, "What tractor is this?" This is
the Kloss.
This is a Kloss 5000 Xerion. It is a very awesome tractor. Let me show it to you in the store.
The whole cab turns around too for reverse driving. Pretty awesome.
You're getting a quick preview of all the tractors I've got added here. This Ford pack is pretty nice.
Is that the Super Duties?
Ford Counties, TWs.
Oh, the tractors?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't looked at that one
not
yet.
the truck. Here, the Kloss Xerion. So it comes standard at 450 horsepower, basically, or you could chip it to 487. Or no, or it has a 5000, which is 487, or you could chip it to 560. You can get wide tires, Michelin tires, narrow twins. We're running twins. Basic black, red, white. So we're running the red. And if I jump in here and do F1, I can. What flips it?
Reverse steering. I can't remember.
It's not showing up on my F1, so. But basically, this whole cab part lifts up and rotates around, and plops down on these little spindles that you see there. And then when you drive forward, you're driving backwards, and this becomes the back of the tractor, and that becomes the front of the tractor.
Yep.
There's lots of IC in it. It's really good in cab.
Yeah, it's a well-made mod for sure.
I think I got it over at modhoster.com. I'm sure that'll be the next question.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get it at modhoster.com.
Okay, the suggestion was to switch from my plow to the tractor. And
oh yeah, for turning the cab around, you have to make sure you're in the tractor position. And then you
change
should be able
driving
to get that.
direction, left control.
There you go. Make sure you're in third person view.
Yeah.
So they can see it turn around.
There it is. Boom, and now we're backwards. And since we got a 3-point on the front or the back,
Right.
we can go either way. Left control B, we'll flip her back around. This is my favorite big tractor, for sure. It's 560 horsepower with a front PTO and 3-point hitch. Usually when you get that big, you kind of lose that front connectivity.
Yeah.
It's a it can crab steer. You can do all-wheel steering like this. You can do front-wheel steering. It doesn't articulate. I really don't like the articulation.
That's what I like about it. I'm not into the articulating tractors either.
A lot of those really big tractors articulate, and I can't back them up because they waggle too much.
Yep.
No problem, dingbat. I feel like I'm calling you names, but that's your name, so I'm just gonna run with it. Alt H. Let's get rid of the HUD and let's look at this map in some of its beauty. It's definitely a custom sky. Is that hard to implement?
Yeah. Yeah, custom skies are very advanced.
It's nice having a mod mapper in here I can ask questions on.
Yeah. And I'm a beginner at that, so.
Because I noticed that depending on the angle, the sky doesn't always come down to the absolute bottom of the terrain.
Right, I've noticed that too.
So I figured that custom skies must be a little difficult to get lined up right.
Well, the new map I'm working on, it's the 4X, and I had to change the sky to match the 4X, and it was tricky. It took me a while, but I finally got it. I had all the terrain set up for the 4X map, and then I would drive, you know, to the edge of the map, and all of a sudden my sky disappeared. It's all black.
Yeah.
I said, well, this is not going to work.
And I like the follow me driver is not too dumb in that I just made a turn that was way too sharp for him to make if he followed me.
Yeah.
And he actually turned the opposite direction.
Oh, cool.
To be able to basically make it.
He might have called his union officer on that one to make sure he was doing the right thing.
Make sure he was allowed to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been going back and forth. I'm gonna go over here and do that on this other section because we're joined in the middle now.
That's fine. I see you. We're just hammering it out. I mean, you look at this. I gotta unhide my HUD. You look at this map. 54 fields. It doesn't look. They don't look big.
You get on them.
But you know, field 23. It's going to take us. It's probably going to take 3 tractors the better part of a day just to plow field 23 because I think it's like 30-some hectares in size.
Wow.
When I pulled up course play, but it doesn't look big.
Right.
Until you remember that you're looking at a 4X map, so everything's four times bigger than it would look on a standard map.
Actually, it's doubled. A standard map is 1024. A standard map is 1024, and a 4X map is 2048 by 2048.
Okay.
On your when it goes to making your texture files and stuff like that, pixels. Now 16X maps. There's a few of them out there. Haven't played one yet. And I haven't even attempted. Well, I lied. I did attempt to do a 16X map, but you've got to change a lot of things. But yeah, I had to change a lot of things with the 4X map too. But I'm not going to do a 16X map. I don't think 4X there's so much to lay down, so much territory to cover when you're making it. It's going to take me a long time to get the map I'm working on now, get it done.
Oh yeah, I mean you got twice as much.
Yep.
Alright, there we go. I was just waiting on my labor worker. Yep, he just did another opposite turn to get turned back around.
Well, he's thinking.
He's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, I turned my all-wheel steering on. I can turn sharper now. One thing I like about the tractor. I don't like the crab steering, but I do like the all-wheel steering.
I've yet to figure out when crab steering would be useful.
If you want to plow angled fields, maybe. I don't know.
If you want to drive straight but go sideways.
Yeah. or if you're plowing on a hillside, maybe to help keep you straight. I don't know.
And we've got, this map has multi-terrain angle on it, because if you when you make a turn and you leave the plow down, the plow lines try to follow you pretty good.
Right.
Definitely mad props to any map author that plays with that has varying terrain, because I've tried to mess with the editor and raise and lower terrain, and it always turns out in a absolute horror.
Yeah, you just got to turn down your the hardness settings. You can set your settings to some real soft, and it will do it real gradually, but it still takes a lot of practice.
Alright.
And then you smooth it out and all that other stuff. So.
We're coming over to help you. How much more you got to do?
By myself, probably 3 more passes. No, 5 more passes. But with you, once or twice, we get it done.
Alright.
It's closing up pretty quick over here.
Alright, we're going to follow in behind you.
Alright. Well, with you and your helper behind you, we'll be able to be out here and on the next field in a matter of minutes.
Looks like he's finally catching up.
Yep. Oh, sliding sideways.
Yeah, this plow is pretty heavy.
It is. And this tractor can sling it around pretty good. You got it folded up and you take a sharp turn, it can almost turn the tractor over.
Yeah, we were having fun with this plow and tractor the other night. They were asking in chat if I could roll it, so I was trying. I got it up on 2 wheels. I was doing the General Lee two-wheel driving.
Cool. I was doing that in my truck the other night.
If I didn't have dual wheels, it would probably have rolled. I think the dual wheels kept it on the ground, or kept it from going all the way over. Alright, for those that haven't seen the map, right now we're looking across the Mississippi River into Wisconsin, or what is to resemble Wisconsin on the map. Oh. Fold that up. Over here. Hold it up. And let's I can't even see the Oh, it's because I hid the HUD. That's why I couldn't see the follow me stuff. All right. There we got her. This plow's top heavy.
Yes, it is.
It's also very heavy as far as the model goes, because the way I understand it, you can put in the weight.
Yeah.
And I guess since this is winged, maybe you can put in a weight for each section. I don't know.
Yeah. You could probably go into the XML file and set the center of gravity down a little bit.
Yeah, make it handle a bit better when it's folded.
Yep.
So, let's see here.
Dang.
Well, I came to a stop. He plowed into me.
Yeah, he did.
All right, I'm looking at field 4, which is right across the way from us.
Right. Yep. It looks pretty small.
We could probably hammer field 4 out real fast, and then we'll get to field 3.
All right.
What I really wish Follow Me would do is if you unfolded your implement, they should unfold their implement too.
Right.
That would be really nice if you ask me. But
yep.
I mean, they turn their headlights on when you turn yours on.
Right.
So there's
you'd think they would start their tools.
There's some interaction
when you
there.
start your tools.
Yeah. So if I unfold the plow and drop it, they should unfold their plow and drop it.
Correct.
And there is a way for me to go in and change him from my tractor, but I always end up just jumping in the follow tractor.
Right.
Oh, I gotta unfold the thing still.
For such a big tractor, this thing's got a wimpy horn.
Doesn't sound too bad.
It needs to be more like a train horn.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll run over there in my truck and honk the horn in that thing real quick.
Alright. I'm passing you, so I'll be able to hear it.
Yeah. I'm behind y'all.
Oh, I thought you were gonna honk your horn.
No, I said you ought to get out and honk the horn in my truck.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Hold it down. Hold it down. You gotta hold it down.
Thought I'd put it in the ditch for now.
Thank you.
Keep it out of the way. Look, you went and left tire marks on the grass.
Oh man.
Man, it just
Good help's hard to find in it.
peeling out the grass. Yeah, see the plow line there? That's where the helper was making a beeline for the tree line earlier.
Oh heck.
So I've been thinking about what we're gonna put in these fields as far as
Corn.
crops. Well, yeah,
Corn belt. You're in the corn belt, dude.
Corn will be a big chunk of it. Now, fields 13 and 12 are right around the cow farm. They're probably going to end up being grass.
Right.
Because I think 24-day seasons, we're going to be able to keep a huge amount of animals.
Not to change the subject, but you were talking about the Midwest geomod.
Yeah.
I was reading there was an update for it, and I didn't get it, but it did say in that update that in the Midwest sugar beets do not grow.
That's what the Midwest Geo is currently set at.
Yeah.
I think that's been made a little bit of a... I think they basically said that it's a little inaccurate.
I was worried about not being able to grow sugar beets if I wanted to get the updated geomod for the Midwest, because that's what I'm playing with too.
I looked at the XML and it looks very simple to add back.
Okay.
There's like a growth XML.
Uh-huh.
file in the data section of the geomod.
Right.
And in that growth file, they basically have the growth patterns for the various crops during the various stages of the seasons.
Right.
And the only difference between, well, there's lots of differences, but with respect to, oh, I gotta drop the plow on that guy. The one of the big differences with the Midwest versus another geo is that for lots of the growth transitions,
Yeah.
there's nothing defined for sugar beets
Oh.
as to the minimum and maximum growth stages that it could be for.
Right.
Like there's a growth stage defined for winter,
Uh-huh.
but there's no growth stage defined for any other season or any other transition within the season.
Oh, I got you.
So I figure if you just took, let's say, potatoes,
Right.
and you just said that sugar beets and potatoes, since they're both root crops, would have the same growth stages.
Right.
I figured if you just copied the potato line and changed it to sugar beet, next time you pull up the Midwest Geo mod, you'll probably be able to plant sugar beets.
I have to look at that.
But that was just me looking at the XML files and kind of guessing how they work.
Right. It sounds logical to me, though.
It is, because so much of this game is just XML files. It's just text.
A lot of it is.
Text variables and values. Then once you figure it out, it's pretty easy to tweak.
Yep.
You know, there was Chris Webb was in chat the other night, and he was asking about how you can cheat in, or quote cheat in, crops. Because there's some folks that are doing the 24-day gameplay.
Right.
And they've basically cheated in crops because they're starting with animals as if they've played, as if they've had a running farm.
All right.
And they basically added in a bunch of crops and a bunch of animals at the start. And he was curious how to do that. So I was saying, well, you basically just go into your vehicle's XML file.
Yeah.
And you find your farm silo. And you find your entry for, let's say, wheat. And you just plug in whatever value you want to have in your silo for wheat.
Right.
The next time you open the game up, well, there's your wheat.
Right.
Or if you want to have 150 cows, you go to the cows section, there's a number of animals variable, you just put 150 in and
you got 150 cows.
Presto, you got 150 cows and you didn't spend a dime.
Yep. We about got this field knocked out.
We do.
And it's starting to get dark. Sun's going down over there.
It is. It's 6:30. 6:30. We've managed to do to plow field 1, plow field 2, and well, more than that because the section around the farm isn't really numbered. Field 2 is really 2 fields because it's got that one whole section all by itself.
You got that one.
We'll go ahead and take care of field 3. Gray Mantle says, thanks for your impression videos on maps. Love them. A heads up, West Coast map is out. It is definitely out. And,
West Coast map.
And if things go well, I will be recording that video tomorrow and releasing it Thursday.
Cool.
If things go well. If things don't go well, then it'll come out next Tuesday. I've already got a video. I hear you. Already got a video ready for Thursday. But if I can get one recorded for West Coast that I'm satisfied with tomorrow and get it edited in time, then I'll queue it up for Thursday. I was checking the map out earlier today. Oh, I forgot to lower the plow. Or raise the plow. Alright, we want to do a left offset of 15 meters. Alright.
How big is this field here?
I don't know.
I'm fixing to take a look at the map.
Oh, okay.
This is field 5 or 3 we're going into?
3, yep.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go down around the corner and start on the other end. Hopefully there's a way to get in down there.
Oh, there's no way to get in. You just drive through the ditch.
There you go.
This tractor will just drive through any ditch.
It sure will.
Now, one heads up. I noticed that the edge of the map collision is not where the tree curtain is.
It's a little bit inside of that, isn't it?
It's a bit closer, because I was running into it the other night when I was over on another field.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drive through that ditch.
You won't get stuck.
Well, I know my truck can get through it, but I don't know about this big old tractor.
Yeah, work.
Yep, he got stuck.
Gray Mano asked, did I start with all the fields or did I buy them? So this map is still in beta, and basically you own all the fields from the start. So you can choose to farm whatever field you want. And of course, probably when this field really has really's got some undulations to it. I really like that. So you can farm whatever field you want, and I'm sure when the map comes out in final release, you won't own all the fields. There's the moon, everybody. We got a shot of the moon behind us in the sunset. So you'll probably own a subset of the fields. One of the reasons why you own all the fields right now is that the map author hasn't truly defined all the fields in the editor yet. So you have to do your field definitions for before things like missions will work. And to some degree you may have problems with in-game hired help just kind of driving off because the field boundaries aren't quite set right. But if you work the fields manually, or Courseplay seems to work pretty good at scanning the edges of the fields, so you'd probably be able to use Courseplay without much hassle or much problem on the map, but you do start owning them all. Dingbat says, lovely map, definitely lots of work. From what I understand, and from the way the map author talked, he started working on this map back during FS15, and obviously when FS17 came out, he converted it to 17, and has been working on it since before 17 came out, and 17's been out for basically a year now, so he's probably got a year to year and a half of actual work on the map.
Wow.
Timotry, we'll just call you DG. DG says that AI extension works pretty well after you do one headland on this map. You see the starry night sky and the moon behind you.
Oh yeah.
Man,
it is dark.
I saw your head.
It's freaking dark.
It gets dark. It lights up a little bit, but not much. Alright, are you doing a headland?
Yeah.
Alright.
Trying to.
Alright, well, this guy's running into me because I can't make a wide turn. So I'm going to have to set him up. He's gonna... Oh, he might do a decent job. Now I got to flip the... I gotta flip his follow. Whip that plow around. Colby Brown says something. I'll check it here in a minute. Oh.
Trying to run you over, ain't he?
Let's see. Colby Brown wants to know what kind of awesome plow I'm using because it's awesome. He says, I just tuned in, so may have been asked, but what plow is that? Looks like a disc harrow under cultivators from John Deere, but it's leaving plow marks. It is definitely a John Deere. It is over at American Eagles Modding. You could maybe technically say it's a cultivator, but it has been made to plow. So it's a wonderful 15-meter plow as far as the game's concerned. Oh, look at that.
Ain't it nice?
Let me just do this screenshot here. See if I can... I'm horrible with figuring out what's a good screenshot, so let's screenshot that.
That looks great. That looks really nice.
Alright. Let me make sure I got that screenshot. I'm going to pull up paint. Too bad it's midnight, you can't see anything.
Oh, no.
Alright, I definitely got it.
Cool.
Now I gotta minimize that so I can see chat again. Anything beats the... Yes, it does, Colby. Anything beats the Main Street plows. Those offset and mortarboard things that I can't plow a darn straight line for.
Yeah, I can't use them plows either.
I skip. So over at American Eagles Modding, you can find this John Deere plow. It's 15 meters. They have a smaller 10.5 meter Case IH version that doesn't require near as much horsepower as this thing does. This plow requires about 450 horsepower. I think the Case IH version is, I think it may only require 250 horsepower.
I think it does, yeah.
It's a little bit smaller, but it's definitely a lot lighter and works just as good. We're coming up to some pretty significant undulations on the field. I'm going to go in cab so we can... Oh, look at that. When I'm climbing the hill in cab, I can see the moon.
Cool.
Now I'm going down the hill, I don't see anything but field. So look back. Oh, look at that.
Like we're coming up to the edge of the field.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna make a wide old... want to turn and cut in, and I'll follow behind you.
Alright.
So I gotta make big old wide turns for him.
Alright. Nope. It got dark there for a minute. I'm not using cord or
GPS.
GPS now.
Alright, well if you miss spots, I'll blame it on you because I've got GPS locked in.
Yep, lock it in.
That's okay. I think with the size of these fields... Oh, man.
What?
My helper's been plowing the wrong side of the field.
Uh-oh. Is he behind me?
No, yeah he was. I'm going to switch him around. There was an easy way to flip the offset. So when we get to the other side of this this field, I'm going to jump out and see if I can't fast forward the night.
Okay.
I think we tried it last night and I couldn't do it.
Right.
But we'll try that.
I am fixing. I need to run and grab me a quick drink. I get to the edge here, I'm going to stop. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to stop.
Alright. I'll switch my view back to look at the moon because it's just so darn cool.
Alright, I'll be back in a minute.
So guys, of the people that are watching, how many of you have played this map or have seen this map?
Okay, I'm back. Oh, just in time too. Can't you doesn't seasons allow you to skip the night?
Typically it does. But I haven't tried skipping night in multiplayer. Hey, cut your tractor off for a second. I try not to skip the nights and have the tractor running.
Okay.
Alright, jump out. Let's see if that does anything. No, can't do it. Won't let me do it.
Oh, man.
I gotta swing this way, or he'll turn straight in the trees.
If he turns it off, there he goes.
Alright, so we're gonna speed up to 120. Oh, he's stuck. We're gonna go to 120. It won't be night for long. And then when we get back to daylight, I'll drop it back to 5x.
Alright. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's okay. The edges don't seem to hit.
And let's see where we're at here. There we go. Find me a spot to lay my plow down at.
Alright. I'm gonna go this way. Yep, he's on the plow. He's on the field side.
Alright. Coming on 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, buddy. Keith Cat says he's planning field 17 right now. DG says he's got about 30 hours on it over the weekend.
Cool.
So yeah, this map is got lots of people excited, I think. It's what I call the first American map.
Right.
There's lots of American style maps that emulate American farming, but this is the only map that I've found to date that really simulates American farming to about as close a T as you can get to the real deal, as far as the way things are laid out.
Well,
you know, every farm isn't this giant, huge industrial complex.
right.
I'm really looking forward to using the grain bins.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I've already got some old. Have you seen the old Farmall tractor pack?
Uh-uh.
Oh, you got it because you got the mods that we've got activated.
Cool.
But there's a whole bunch of old Farmall tractors. Like when I was a kid, working on the farm at home, we had basically 4 tractors. We had a Super H, Farmall Super H.
Yeah.
We had a Farmall 486 that was had the narrow fronts.
Right.
And then we had a Farmall 806 that had normal wide front wheels.
Right.
It had no cab. It was open cab, I guess, open canopy, whatever.
Right.
And then we had a 986, I think, or 9 something.
Yeah, I'd like to see a tractor that's got the tricycle, the trike-looking front end on it.
You got it.
Cool. I've been looking for a good one, but it's in that Farmall pack.
Yep. Because
cool.
There's a 486. We're going to use a 486 to to drive our augers, because you need to have a tractor hooked up to the augers to drive the PTO.
Right, gotcha.
So we're going to use the 486 to basically drive our augers around.
Cool.
And hooked up to them to drive the PTOs.
Awesome.
We're going to buy an 806 when it comes time to mix our liquid fertilizer. And we'll use that to drive around our fertilizer mixer.
Okay.
Coming up
on 6:30. Yep, 6:30.
Back her down to 5X. So Colby says, "You all from the south. I've just found your channel and I got off work, so I haven't quite got the accents figured out." I live in Virginia. I grew up in Maryland, but half of my family comes from West Virginia, so I've got this weird Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia deal going on. I don't think it's too terrible bad.
Nope.
Rockhound's from Mississippi.
Well, I'm not born and raised here. I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, on the west.
So
but I've been here for almost 20 years, so that's how I got my accent.
You got Arizona, Mississippi accent.
Yep.
All right, that does this field.
Yeah, I think I should be able to get the last strip when I come back.
There's the sunrise and the moon. We got the last strip. Me and my buddy.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's the moon, guys. If I keep this on there just right, we'll see the moon fade away here as the sun rises. Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to do course play and unload at the auger, Keith Cat. But there is a main silo complex at the cow farm. Alright, let's fold that up. Field 12. Field 12, which is behind us, is the last field that I wanted to do before we started fertilizing.
Okay. That is a big field.
It is a big field.
Well, good thing it's morning, because we'll be able to see what we're doing.
That's right. I still want to follow you. I just want to turn off the offset. Alrighty. Whoops. There we go. I told you to lift the plow.
He wants to work, man.
Alright. Now, let's see here. How are we going to... Oh, okay, we got to go down this windy road and...
Yeah, that ditch is pretty rough down there. I don't know if you're going to get through it or not.
We're going to have to wind through the woods, come back down over to the cow farm, and it'll come up, it looks like.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of driving to do.
You going through the ditch or you going to go around? That's a pretty rough ditch down there.
It is.
Hey, there's an access road right here, right behind you.
Look,
you can get out.
Look, I just crashed. Oh, I just crashed.
Well, no. You know, that's pretty expensive equipment you're wrecking up over there.
It is. Alright, let's see here. Which one is this? We're going to cheat.
Cheat?
We're going to cheat. Yeah, we're cheating.
Cheating.
We are. We're using the magic power of reset to recover from our mistake.
Oh. Well, looks like 13 is already plowed up.
I may have accidentally reset your plow.
Nope. Not yet, you haven't.
Okay.
Alright, I am at field 12.
Alright.
It looks like it's over here next to the, we're kind of behind the cow barns.
It is.
It's like a road running through it too. Am I seeing that right? Or is that a ditch running through it?
It's probably a drainage ditch. Alright, we'll be up here momentarily.
Alright, well I'm gonna start making my headland.
Alright. And just for everyone to know, we have about another 30 minutes and then we'll be calling it a good evening.
Got a lot done, buddy.
We did. And the plan for everybody that's watching, and for anybody that watches on the replay, the plan is that I'm going to try to stream this map on Tuesdays and Thursdays and maybe Saturdays. I've not asked Rockhound to commit to all 3 of those days, but he's free to join me anytime he's free during any of those days.
I should be able to do most of that.
We're going to stream starting at 9:30 Eastern Time. Oh, there's a sign here. What's this sign say?
Dead end.
Oh, it's posted. There's a posted sign.
Get off my land.
It says Stanley Dairy Farm. Posted, no trespassing. That's exactly what it says.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. We're going to follow in behind you and do a 3-way headland to get plenty of room
Okay.
to spin around. All right, let's see here. I got to figure out where I can see. All right, we're going to do a right offset, which means he's going to be to my left. Unfold that thing. So we'll probably be plowing this field until the end of the stream. So sorry guys that all you got to see was plowing. That's
yeah.
But Thursday we're going to probably take a break from plowing, and we're going to be mixing up liquid fertilizer using a really cool mod that I found. That allows you to make your own liquid fertilizer with bags of fertilizer powder, basically. Let's see here. I'll show it to you in the stream. So you use pallets of nitrum. So 600 liters is $280. You need 4 of these bags. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's about $1,000 of fertilizer bag mix. And then it's under miscellaneous, I think. You need to buy this $35,000 20,000 liter mixer tank. You dump the dry bags in the top of here, and you fill this up with water, and you instantly have 20,000 liters of liquid fertilizer.
Instantly, huh?
Instantly.
Wow, that's sweet.
So obviously you have to invest in the mixer. So it's a bit of an upstart cost, but if you can get 20,000 liters of liquid fertilizer for basically $1,000 plus water, wouldn't you do it?
Yep.
Especially if you have all these fields to fertilize. And then we're going to use the awesome AR pack. The AR pack is a really cool liquid fertilizer sprayer. It doesn't have the biggest arm length, but it holds 20,000 liters. So we won't have to be filling that thing up every half time we go up and down a field. So next stream we'll probably mix up. We'll have I'll probably buy 2 trucks and 2 trailers, and well, 2 trucks and 2 sprayers for both of us.
All right.
And then I'll use the custom road train pack.
Okay.
Because he holds 60,000 liters of liquid, and we'll mix up 3 more batches of fertilizer.
Oh yeah, didn't you got the KW right with the new paint job on it?
Yeah. So then we'll have your semi. We'll tote around the 60,000 liters of liquid fertilizer.
Nice.
And so first part of the stream will just be mixing a bunch of fertilizer together, and then we'll start fertilizing these fields. And then we'll need to cultivate, and then we'll start plopping seed in the ground. Just as backstory for anybody watching that hasn't seen any of the other streams on this map, I'm doing something insanely stupid, and that is we're playing 24-day seasons on this map. We're in day 6 right now. We have plowed. Basically, once we get done this field, we would have plowed fields 1 through 19 on this map. We've made a little bit of a dent in the map. And we've got another, let's see, 6. So we got 8, 16, 17. We got 18 more days of spring to do all of our plowing, fertilizing, cultivating, and seeding.
And you're running 10 times, or?
The goal would be to run 10 times. Now, 10 times is obviously a custom clock speed. And since I can't fast forward the night, we'll do 10 times when I can, and then we'll do 5 times when I can't, because we sped through the night.
Right.
But
excuse me.
But yeah, that's the plan.
Cool.
And we're basically going to see how much of this map we can farm. We've got a pretty sizable injection of cash, so we're starting with close to $10 million.
Nice.
To buy up the stuff we need to buy. Once we have grass and we have some silage going, we'll buy up some cows. We'll buy up some sheep once we have some grass, so we'll have all the animals on the farm. We won't pick up pigs until after harvest, because we won't be able to feed them.
Right.
I'm not going to be buying in a whole bunch of pig food.
No, that's right.
So this is fairly straight.
Yeah, I'm fixing to start with my back and forth rows. The pedaling looks pretty good.
Alright. Do you know how to copy a GPS course?
No.
Alright. So if you pull up GPS,
Right.
directly under the word basics is what looks like a shopping cart with a down arrow.
Okay.
When you pass me, click that and it should say something like course copied. And
Oh,
then
okay.
and then you will have basically my GPS course. Oh, you're way over there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm way over on this side.
Course from neighbor. Okay, I got you. I was wondering what that was for.
Yeah, but I think you got to be a bit closer than that. I was going to go up and down on this side of the field because this side seems fairly straight.
Well, I can pick up real quick and come on over.
Yeah. But once you copy the course, then that means that the lane settings
Right.
will be the same, and then you'll be able to basically use the same GPS width and lane settings that I've got set.
Okay.
So at that point, we just, I've got one guy. I got the AI guy plowing beside me, and then we can basically count the GPS lanes and drop in the right lanes to hammer the field out. So yeah, swing on up beside me and just hit that little shopping cart, and it should say copy.
All right. It lined right up next to you.
Yep. All right, so yeah.
Oh. I got the wicked steer going here.
All right. So if you go down the next lane, so if you make a make a good old sharp turn and go down the next one.
I can get out of here. There we go.
Yep, you go down that one. Since
Come on now. Get off my ass, dude.
Can you power through it? We got two tractors trying to power the same way. You might have to lift up and fold. There we go.
Got it.
Alright. So you're going to go down that lane. I'm going to skip a lane because he's going to follow into my left, which means he's going to be put in the lane between us.
Right.
And we're going to do 45-meter passes.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
So
knock this one out quick.
Yep. There he goes. So if you look behind you now, you can see.
Oh yeah. Man, that worked out great.
We're plowing 3
I
lanes.
love the water. I love looking at that lake behind us. That looks awesome.
Oh, there's a lake behind us.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's the yeah. Oh, and another thing, you can, if you want to, you can drive your truck right on in the water.
I did already. Yeah, it makes a nice playground for the truck.
Did you drive under the Mississippi?
No, I didn't drive under the Mississippi yet. I haven't been over there yet. I just crossed the bridge.
Well, since you can drive under it, it'd be cool if they sunk some barges or something down there.
Yeah.
Put some random cars under there where, you drove off the bridge.
Right.
So then, when you get to the end of the field, you'll go down 1, 2, 3. You'll go down.
Right. I'll skip 3 rows. Right?
Well, you'll skip 2 and drive in on the 3rd.
Right. I got it.
And I'll skip you and dive in, and that'll put him to my outside.
Cool.
But you could imagine what it would look like if you had 6 of these.
Oh, dude.
All following each other.
I could have one out here following me with an offset, and we'd have 4.
Yep, we could do that one day.
There's 1. There's 2.
Yep. So,
and there's 3.
So you turn in. I want to turn in beside you. And that'll put this guy beside me to the outside.
Cool. We'll knock another 45 feet out, or yards out, whatever you call it, meters.
Yeah, I don't know how many feet that is.
I think it's 3 meters per foot, or 3 feet per meter, something like that.
I thought that was yards.
Could be.
I don't know. One of the
Google it, man. Google it.
One of the smart people in chat will probably tell us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, love the sky.
Yeah, it's a good sky, that's for sure.
I mean, I don't know. Do you go outside and you take a picture of the sky and that's what you get? Or do you have to photo? Do you have to make it?
You can use I mean, you can Google. There's textures out there of skies. You can just get a sky, any sky texture you want. You can just go out and photograph the sky if that's what you want to do.
Because it looked like when I opened up the file and was looking, there's a map. There's a folder called Sky, and it just has some DDS files in it.
Right. But you also need the Lewis script and all that other stuff to go with it. So.
Grand Thumb says it's 49.2 feet.
For 1 meter.
No, for I guess what we're doing.
Oh, okay, for 45 meters.
I guess we're plowing basically almost 49, a 49-foot swath every time we make a pass with 3. So
Cool.
you'd go down 2 and turn in.
Yep. I'm on it, boss.
You got this figured out now, right?
Yeah. Turning in right here.
Oh no, 15 meters is 49 feet. So we got 3 15-meter plows, so that's 100, almost 150 feet.
Oh, okay.
Per pass.
So that's per 15-meter plow.
Yeah.
Okay.
147.6. See, I told you we had some smart people watching.
Yep.
Oops.
I'm glad they're out there.
Well, I completely messed that up.
You didn't skip one?
No, I got too preoccupied with the meters. Look, we're gonna have this. Oh, not quite. We got another. I'm gonna unhide this HUD. There's a little strip there that's technically a guess part of field 12 we still need to get.
Which side?
To your left once we're done.
Alright.
Hey Fabio, how are you doing?
Hello. Oh, you talking about on the other side of that
Ditch.
break in the yeah, it's not a ditch. It's not really a ditch. It might be intended for a ditch, but right now it's kind of like just a road.
Oh, it's just a break.
Yeah, just break in the field.
Yeah. It's kind of rectangular shaped.
Yep.
Yeah, we should be able to hammer that out real quick. I'm doing good. We've got, if you're just catching the stream, we've got my good friend Rockhound here helping us out. He's the mod author.
Doing?
He's the mod author of the Serenity Valley maps. I met him when I was playing the Serenity Valley series online.
Yep. I'm glad y'all come out to watch us tonight. I enjoy working with Klein. He's a good guy and does some wonderful videos.
There we go. We're going to pass. Spectre, this is a popular tractor tonight. This is a Claas Xerion 5000.
Yep.
It comes in
awesome tractor.
It comes in a 4000 5000 pack. It's over at modhoster.com. Since we're running GPS, I'm going to jump in cab here.
Yeah, me too.
Show off a little bit of the cab.
Put my sun visor down, the sun's in my eyes.
Alright, where is he at? Here he comes. So there's lots of nice fun IC controls here. I've got a little rear weight I can add. Now the rear weight is just graphical. It doesn't actually provide you weight. We can do our little, we can add little air things. We can open and close our doors. We can change our display. Change our display up here. What's this one do? We can change our front hydraulics. We can drop our front hydraulics out if we want. There they fold back up. What else we got? We can open that door, that window. We can put out caution signs, but that's kind of European. We can drop the sunshade and completely obscure our view. Oops.
Yeah. Looks like we're fixing to bump into each other. I'm gonna head on over to the other section.
Alright, we can turn our AC on and off. We can turn our radio on and off, but it doesn't actually do anything. We won't spin the cab around simply because we're driving, but we could do a reverse cab. This whole cab rotates around and faces that way. It has four-wheel steer, so it doesn't articulate like many big tractors do. But it does have four-wheel steer, so it has very good steering radius. This particular configuration, I think, is set up at 560 horsepower. You can get it with singles, doubles, double narrows.
I like the Michelins myself. They're big, wide tires. That's just my personal preference.
I got the airlines in now. See, they come in between the wheels there. Well, they kind of come in between the wheels. We'll turn the air hoses off.
Yeah, you don't want your tires going flat on you.
Getting a little squirrely with our plow here.
You're not talking to me, are you?
No, I just said we got real squirrely with the plow. Alright.
I thought you were giving me a hard time about my work.
No. Alright, we're coming in behind you, so go down 2 and turn in.
Alright.
I gotta wait on our help, who's slow. Fabio wants to know if I want to do a... Oh, and he's... Of course, since he impersonates everything I do, he's pretending to be squirrely too with his plow. That's quite comedic. Fabio wants to know if I'm doing a West Coast video. I am going to do a West Coast video. If I can get it done tomorrow, then it will be published Thursday morning. If I can't get it done tomorrow, then it will be next Tuesday. Spectre asks, what maps did Rockhound create? I'll let you answer that one.
Right now, the only one I got out there are the Serenity Valley series. I'm working on another one right now, but it's going to be a while before it gets done. It's going to be a 4X map, but it's probably mid-18 before it comes out.
About a year.
Yeah, probably at least another year. Got a lot of models to make, a lot of textures to configure, and a lot of land to color in detail.
Yeah, a lot of land to lay in.
That's right.
Paint, because not literally every blade of grass, but every blade of grass has to be painted in on the map.
Yep.
Every field has to be painted with your crop.
And defined.
I don't know if you can... Well, I hear that there's a script now that lets you maybe easily plant trees.
Well, tree planting is not that bad. I have to look into that.
It was posted over at PCSG.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, every tree in theory would be planted by hand.
Right.
Spectre says he hasn't played Serenity Valley yet, but it's on his list.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Go with well, if you like if you don't like industry, go with what's 4.1.
Yep.
If you like a lot of industry, then go with Serenity Valley 2, The Rise of Industry. Version 2, I believe, is or 2.1 is the latest and the last version of that map.
Does it feel good saying that?
Yeah, it does. But you know what? I fixed the. Remember, I told you I was having that issue with the hops.
Yeah.
With the after it's harvested.
Yeah.
I fixed it. I fixed it, but I have not updated the map with it yet. I think I'm just gonna leave it alone because I'm putting hops and in my new map, putting extra crops in my new map, and it'll be fixed in that map. So the new map is definitely going to be multi-fruit. Been kind of debating on that because of the territory that it's in, but I'm going to put them in anyways because I like to have that option.
What's that? I wasn't paying attention. I was reading a message.
Oh, just about the additional crops, additional fruit types in the new map.
Fabio asked, does anyone know how to create an account on FSN Teen Multi-Gaming? I don't.
I have no idea, no.
I've never even heard of it.
Me neither.
So there's one, yeah, you're on the last pass, so then that's done.
Yeah. Once you come up behind me with you and your partner, then, oh, there you are.
I'm coming up over the rise.
Yep.
Yep.
And field 12 will be complete.
All right.
And so will the stream.
That's pretty good timing on that.
We got to put these tractors up. Or you want to stadium at the next field?
Spectre says, do you have any... I definitely don't have any advice. I'll ask Rockhound. Do you have any quick advice for aspiring new map makers?
Pay attention to detail. To me, that's everything. And I'm new at making maps. Serenity Valley and was my very first map that I ever made. And as I'm learning and going on with my next adventure, I'm spending a lot more time on detail. Make it look as real as possible, but make it functional too.
Yep. Did you watch videos? Did you have any reading material you look through?
If you're gonna do any modeling, okay. If you're like, I use Maya, okay. Mike Hermes has a YouTube channel. Just he's excellent tutor for doing Maya. I learned a lot through him. It's a free. He does take donations and whatnot. Also, the farming simulator. Farming simulator. The it's the developer's website. Get registered with that. There's a ton of information on that about building mods and maps and writing scripts to make your objects work and your product turn out good. But yeah, YouTube has a ton of videos that can steer you in the right direction. If you get hung up on a certain project you're working on, a certain item, whether it be a water plane or anything like that, YouTube it. If you just go to YouTube, you can pretty much get the answer for anything, or the developer network for the Giants network. That's my best advice for you right there.
So guess what question we just got asked in chat?
Oh, what?
What kind of tractor is this?
It's a Kloss.
So BM Tractor says, what kind of tractor is that? And right there, it's a Kloss 5000 Xerion. Let's pull it up in the store while we wait for Rockhound to come up to us. Right there, Kloss.
Are you back at the road?
Yeah, I'm back at the road. Stock is 49 horsepower. You can go with a 5000 to go 487. We can chip it to go to 560, which is what we're driving. We can go standard, wide, Michelin, narrow twin. We're running full twins. We probably have, do we have white rims?
I got white ones on my tractor.
Yep. Then we got white rims. And we got basic, black, red, white. We are obviously running the red because red is stellar. And if we do this G and this left B, watch this coolness. It will look kind of. Let me jump in here.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite features about this tractor.
Let me turn that off because if I don't turn the rear weight off, it'll look kind of odd.
Yeah.
Because I'll clip through it. And now I'm driving backwards, so we'll spin this back around so we can actually go forwards. So if you need to flip it around for some reason, I don't know why you'd flip it around, but if you need to flip it around, you can.
You got that option.
You got front and rear 3-point hitch and PTO attachments. So no matter which way you drive, you've got PTO and 3-point. Alright.
Coming up behind you, boss.
So we're going to drive this down to between field 23 and 24 and just park them there.
Alright.
And you can find this over, I'm pretty sure I got this over at modhoster.com. There are so many 4,000, 5,000 versions out there. But I'm pretty sure I got this one from ModHoster.
Hey man, you blew through that stop sign.
Oh, well, it's not like in town where you get tickets if you blow the red lights. So you see all the fields we've already plowed.
Yeah, you've been busy here, that's for sure.
Well, I've been plowing for 5 days.
Wow. 5 game days?
Yeah.
Cool.
Started the game, I bought 3 tractors, I bought 3 plows, I teleported and I started plowing.
Nice.
Alright, so field 23 is right here. We could have angled and took the paved road, but
no, that's fine.
Fabio, what are we going to seed? We're going to seed a lot of corn. We're going to seed a lot of soybeans.
Yeah, we are in a corn belt here, so.
We're going to seed, probably in field 12, we're going to put grass. Probably going to put corn in field 13, just to support the cows. We're probably going to put regular crops over in fields 5, 6, 7, 9, 8, well basically fields 5 through 11 to support the pigs. It's going to be a lot of corn, some soybeans. Somebody was saying the other day that that there's a lot of sunflowers.
Oh.
In the Midwest.
Yeah, there is. I got hung up on your buddy's plow back here.
Oh, you are. Sandwiched between
And scratch my pickup. Thank you, sir.
I was just parking in the ditch.
You like parking my truck in the ditch, don't you? That's all right. It can get out. Trust me.
All right. So when we come back in on Thursday, guys, we're going to be mixing up a bunch of fertilizer, and we're going to start fertilizing these fields that we plowed. There goes Rockhound. Oh, you just
Oh, I got stuck.
nosed it in the ditch. So he likes
Farmer Klein, I appreciate the fun tonight. I had a blast. I love it.
He likes to play with his mods.
Yeah.
He got the he obviously got the mods that I put in the map the other day.
Yep.
Saw the pickup and said, "Oh, that's my new pickup truck," and I guess he tweaked it.
Yeah, I tweaked it a little bit. Put some motors on it, lifted it up a little bit, and put my name on the back window and dropped the toolbox in it.
But you all will really like his semi come Thursday.
Yeah, we put a new paint job on that too.
That's quite.
Did you get the tipper too?
Yeah.
Did you see the tipper? What I did with it?
I saw what you did with it.
I took the Serenity Valley off and changed the tipper up too.
I know.
You know where that came from?
I know where that came from.
I love it. I had to do it, man. I just had to do it. But maybe we'll showcase it on here tonight or during this stream.
Yeah. I don't. We won't need a tipper for a while, but we'll go ahead and buy it on Thursday just to complete the set.
Showcase it. Yeah. All right, I guess we're going to call it, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming out and watching us tonight, and hope you enjoyed it. And we'll probably be seeing you again Wednesday?
Thursday.
Thursday.
All right, Fabio's got a question I want to get to this here. I have a question. Make some square grass bales, and I wrap it in seasons. How many time does it take to ferment? Because it's past 2 days and not fermented yet. So, Fabio, how many day seasons are you playing? That will govern how long it will take. In seasons, it takes basically 1/3 of your season to ferment. So if you have 6-day seasons, it will take 3 game days. If you have 2 game days. If you have 9-day seasons, then it'll take you 3. So check game day tomorrow, and if you use the game extension mod, you can obviously go up to it and it'll tell you if it's silage or grass still. If it's not silage in the morning, check midday and check in the evening, because it seems to be literally down to the hour of when you baled it. It's not like it's midnight and all of a sudden it becomes silage.
Right.
So just check it throughout the day on day 3, and at one point in time during that time period, it should poof become silage. Now on this map, 24-day seasons, we have to wait 8 days for our grass or chaff to ferment in a bunker and as a bale. So hope that answered your question. And as Rockhound said, thanks for coming out and watching. We're going to do this all again on Thursday, and Thursday we're going to be spraying fertilizer probably most of the stream. We're going to be mixing up liquid fertilizer using, oh, that was a nice jump. We're going to be mixing up liquid fertilizer using the liquid fertilized mixer. If you've not seen that before, that might be something you want to check out. So until next time, guys, happy farming.
Later, guys.